I will try to keep this to 90 seconds. But to talk about digital security, it's a huge topic. You got a lot of advice. It's conflicting, it's confusing, it's complicated. So I'll try and just cover the most common attack we see against journalists. It's also the most common attack we see against Google engineers. And one simple solution on a way to fix it. It's the same solution we use in Google to stop this type of attack. And to kind of show an illustration of this, how many people have received an email from some Nigerian prince at some point? Awesome. How many people took action, gave that Nigerian prince money? Okay, one. Do not give these 4 people access to your CMS, okay? That's a... He does. You are a good man. You are a good man. So that's what we usually think of when we think of scam emails. We think it's nice to have them in our spam box. We don't see them, but they're not actually going to impact me. I'm smart. I can see it. I can stop it. It's actually not the case. The most common attack is not a Nigerian prince asking for money. It's something called a phishing attack. It's where someone is sending you an email to try and steal your password by sending you to a fake page that looks like a login page, and you accidentally give them your password. 1 in every 50 emails, 1 out of every 50 emails to a Gmail address is a phishing attack. So it's incredibly common. This is the most common attack used by any new hacker. It is the tactic used by the Syrian Electronic Army, by ISIS. It is the go-to attack, and the reason it's a go-to attack is it's easy to launch, and it's incredibly effective. Like penetration testing firms estimate it's like 75 to 85% of campaigns that they launch are successful against major organizations. So major tech organizations. It's really hard to defend against. But so if I kind of walk you through another example, how many of you have received an email from Richard or Madhav about Newsgeist? Okay, if you're here. Okay, I have. How many of you took action on one of those emails? Reserved a hotel, logged in, entered a password somewhere?
I couldn't because it went to spam.
It went to your spam filter. Maybe we were being sufficiently aggressive. That's the kind of trust network that someone would use. So if I was in the Syrian Electronic Army and a captain said, I want you to vandalize the front page of The Guardian or to take over the Associated Press's Twitter account, this is what I would do. I would find out who might be an admin on that, find out what they're doing, going to an event. I would then find out who they might trust to take action on that event, Richard and Madhav. I would then send every person that I think might have an administrative account an email that says, welcome to Newsgeist, we're looking forward to seeing you there. Click this link and just and log in to access the program for the evening. And it would pop up a Gmail window that looks like a Gmail login. Like, oh, Google's doing this, it's probably Gmail. Enter your Gmail account and use your password. Maybe you have 2-factor enabled, so it would then pop up another page that says, enter your secondary factor. You'd enter that secondary factor, and then it would go to a page that says, Newsgeist is not yet available, please come back again soon. So you're like, they don't have their act together, oh, Richard and Madhav. Now I have your email, and I have a 6-digit password. I would programmatically have that immediately log into your account and give me access to your Gmail account. I would then go to the Associated Press Twitter account and say, I've forgotten my password. Please give me a reset to that password. That reset would go to your Gmail account. I would then reset that. Now I'm into your Twitter or the CMS for The Guardian, and I would put some crazy image on the front page. That's how it happens. It's not that complicated. So the way we protect against that at Google is, for the last several years, anyone who's accessing Google's code base or any of these sensitive areas has to log in with a password and a secondary factor that cannot be phished. And the way we do that is these things called security keys. And what they are it's a USB key that you put in, and when you touch it, it generates a public-private key pair. You register the public key with the service you're logging into, in this case Gmail. And then anytime you enter your password, it says, okay, enter your security key. And then you have to touch it, and if those keys match, then it logs in. And then you know that secondary password is valid, and the person you're giving access to the account had this physical key. And so if you use this 99% of the time, if you had gone to that fake page, even if they said touch your security key, it wouldn't have given them anything because it's the wrong page. You can't give it to the wrong person. So we've had these around for 2 years inside Google, and the security team, we were saying, hey, this is also the most common attack against journalists and activists and other people. Let's get this out to the world so high-risk users can use them and also be protected against the attack. So these are available. Google doesn't produce them. There's another company. We don't make money off of it. We support it on Gmail. They cost $15, and after this, if you're interested in them, we've got them for free to give to folks, and if you come back with your computer, we can set you up with them and enable it. It's just a great way to be protected against the most common attack. Sorry if I went over 90 seconds.
Okay, cool.